speaks in public is like ridiculous. Like nothing.
So you feel the pressure.
Yeah. Like he's just a good storyteller. All right. A great storyteller, right? All right, you ready? Awesome. Okay, so obviously I'm here to speak about social media, right? I started with social media even before I was in the real estate industry, but obviously I started posting, I was young, right? Posting pictures of me going out and this. I started when you couldn't do videos, when it was just post, there was no story, there was nothing. I think I want to call it was 2012. Like if ever somebody's really bored and wants to go through my social media, it backdates all the way to 2012. It's like a whole different human. So we aimlessly scroll through social media all the time. I know because I do it. I'm sure everybody here does it. Whether you're sitting at home, there's times that I have a TV show on and I'm not even watching the TV show because I'm scrolling, right? So instead of letting social media consume you, you can attract business with social media or social media platforms, right? And that's what we're all here to do and what we should be doing. So I'm gonna take you back. Sorry. I'm gonna take you back to like how I got here, right? So I was a student at FIU, and I say this because most people think, oh, this comes easy to you, like, oh, you like doing video. I don't. Like I told you guys when I got here, like this makes me nervous, right? I am the girl who's sitting in a classroom at FIU during a group presentation. My professor had to grab a chair and put it for me because I was pale white and having cold sweats, okay? It was awful. So it did not come natural to me. It was not that, I loved to do it. Then moving on to when I first started, I started at my first brokerage that I was there at. They asked me to do a buyer's agent class, right? I talked to the broker and I'm like, you're crazy. And I told him the same story, the same FIU story. Like I could never do this. And he's like, no, I think it was the second year that I was in the industry. Come on, please, please, please. All right, fine. The room was packed. And these are your colleagues, your peers, right? The people you have lunch with and know a lot of things about you. And you're standing in a position where now people are looking up to you and trying to learn from you, right? So I remember being in the front of the room, and as a tactic, I asked everyone to give me a business card, right? So that I can gather myself while they were giving business cards. And I start talking. Halfway through the thing, I'm drenched in sweat, right? Like dripping sweat. It was not cute. That is a picture from that day, right? And I was like, you know what? Let's forget about all the professionalism. I grabbed a scrunchie, I picked up my hair, I put it up, and I was like, because I'm so nervous. And that moment of authenticity, I think bonded me more with the crowd and made me a real person, right? And so that helped a lot. And I say all of these things to say, it doesn't come easy to me. And it took me wanting to make the change. Also, and telling myself, someone is out there doing it, why not me? Right? Someone is out there making money off social media, why not you? Right? There's influencers that make a ton of money with creating content. We have to create content too, but in a different manner, right? Because we have to build the credibility. We have to build the trust. And all of this you're doing via video. I know a lot of us in the beginning, all I did was pictures. And I know a lot of us still only do, I think you were saying you're comfortable doing pictures. And pictures are easy because you don't have to be vulnerable, and they're edited, right? Because we're girls, let's be real, every picture's edited. Okay, whether your nose, your this, your lips, your waist, whatever, everything is edited, and I get that. And video doesn't give you that. You cannot edit, so you have to be super vulnerable, but it's the best way to put yourself out there and build a brand, which is what we all want to do, right? All right. So, again, how I started with social media, started with Facebook in 2005. Instagram since I think it was either 2011 or 2012, just posting my life. In May 2015, I got my real estate license and I started posting, right? I remember saying, why am I going to post under contract if it's not even closed yet? And if you're Cuban or Hispanic, if you know, you know, los mal de ojo, no, people are gonna tell me, or you know, they're gonna wish me bad, and it's not gonna happen. So until it's closed, I don't even want, you know, I don't want to post anything. So it took other people who had been in the industry for a long time telling me, like, people want to do business with people that are successful, people that are moving and shaking in the industry.
I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
go for
I
it.
hear that all the time.
Yeah.
People will come to me and they're like, I see you're killing it.
Yes.
And it's funny, the only way they see it is on social media.
Of
Had
course.
I not posted, they wouldn't see that.
Absolutely. But everybody's chismoso.
Yeah.
Everybody's all over Instagram.
Yeah.
Looking, Instagram, Facebook. I wasn't so much into Facebook, but now lately I might add that to the end. I have been because there's a big market.
Yeah.
All right, so I've had to evolve with every evolution of Instagram, and 85% of my business comes from there. 85%. Like, I don't cold call. I hate cold calling. I used to door knock. I don't do it anymore. I probably could be making more money if I did, you know, but social media has worked for me, and I'm gonna stick to what I'm good at and stick to what I'm comfortable with. All right, so let's start off by what your social media or your Instagram page should look like, right? Your Instagram account should have a creator account versus a business account, right? A creator account gives you more tools. A business account doesn't give you as many tools or music options. Your bio. So I did this for agents, obviously. The bio, I had it that it should include what area you serve. For you guys would be a little bit different, right? So you guys would be, I don't know.
Florida.
Okay, so Florida. Okay, so you guys could include that in the bio. Include that you're a mortgage broker, right? Of course, everybody needs to know that. And then I also include my link tree, right? So the link tree gives you the option to do your Google reviews. And that's another thing. Like, Google reviews is a big thing too, which I've started working on. I know a lot of people that are getting business from Google, okay? And building your Google reviews is gonna get you a lot of business, and also using that as a platform as well, which I'll talk about too.
So question, because a lot of us started and still only have Zillow.
Okay.
Zillow reviews. So what's your take on Zillow versus Google, or both?
So when I started, I had Zillow too, right? So I've tried to migrate everything from Zillow to Google. People still use Zillow, but if you Google your name, your Google's gonna come up first, right? So your Google My Business page should be up to date with your reviews, with everything. For you guys, you know, I guess you guys have more volume because the loans, obviously, whatever. I would get a VA to go after your past clients to build your reviews.
That's a good idea.
I have a lot of people that are doing that now, and I've been working on that with my VA to build the reviews on Google. Oh yeah, sorry, virtual assistant.
Oh, I thought it was veterans law.
No, sorry. So yes, you could get a virtual assistant to do that, to call all your past clients, you know, ask them like, hey, if you had a good experience with, you know, with Odie, please, you know, can you fill this out? Give us 5 stars, write a, you know, whatever your experience was. And, you know, they're more than willing to.
Yeah, we're kind of in the habit now where Rosie's trained to add clear to close.
Yes,
they're more than
the most happy.
They're,
Right.
So add clear to close, we send them an email with
Yes.
the MLS Zillow page or whatever they use, plus our Google, right? It's our Google mortgage company
Perfect.
review page, and then ask them to review both.
Perfect, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. All right, so then that's my page and what it looks like, right? So like South Florida Real Estate Dealmaker, EXP Realty, I have to put EXP. Before I just used to put South Florida Real Estate and then I put EXP and I got in trouble. Obviously I have a child, and then I have a YouTube channel, and it's in my link tree, right? So I have in my link tree, I have my Zillow reviews, which I still have them there. I have my Google reviews. I have my website. I have my YouTube channel. So you can add in all those things in a link tree. Because, you know,
YouTube is for videos though.
yeah.
What do you think she's doing, girl? Getting content.
No, voy a poner fotos en YouTube.
No, but tienes que empezar a hacer video. This is the point.
And about the creator and business account.
Yeah.
What is that?
You just switch it from the type of profile that you have, right? So like you go to, I have to look at my phone to be able to show you. Yeah, you have to switch it from business to content creator. Yeah, it gives you more tools, more options. You can see the insights. It gives you all the things that you can measure. If you're a numbers person, you could see how much engagement you have, all those things. Okay, so social media. Okay, so what should I post is always a big deal. Like, I don't know what to post, you know, people want to know you, right? So with reels and carousels are when you could post like the 10 pictures, right? And the reels obviously are the little short videos. Instagram prefers these because they force the viewer to spend more time on Instagram, right? So they're there for a longer time versus going off to other websites, right? So that viewer is stuck on that page and that's what they want, okay? Make yourself relatable. I think most of us here are moms, okay? We're moms. Most people have kids. Make yourself relatable to people that have kids. Before, I wasn't a mom and I had dogs, and I'm sure there was 1,000 dog moms too, you know, or now I'm an aunt, and I like to work out, and you're not just what you do, right? Because a page that just has real estate is really boring.
Yeah, I agree.
Is really, really boring. Nobody really cares that much about real estate, other than us because it's what we do and how we put food on the table. But like your viewers do not. You know, so make yourself relatable. The gym, when you go to the gym, you know, make yourself an inspiration. Like, you know, look, I've had people come up to me and be like, oh, you know, I followed you for such a long time and I've seen your growth. And I'm like, thanks. I don't know who you are, but nice to meet you. And it's super weird, you know, and I've had people tell me like, oh my God, how's your son? Like, I've seen him all the time. And it's kind of creepy, but like at the same time,
It isn't, it's not because they've seen you grow, like they've seen Brandon grow on
exactly,
social media.
exactly.
I run into people and they're like, oh, how's your trip to whatever? And I'm like, how do you know I went on a trip? But then I forget.
Yeah.
I put it out there.
But here's the thing, you stay top of mind even though it's not real estate, right? Because yes, you sprinkle in the real estate, of course, you know, and they already know you do real estate, and now they see all your other content and you're not pushing just real estate, but they're seeing you and they're saying, oh yeah, that's right, she does real estate. You know, so when they do have the need or make a move or do whatever, for you guys even have the refinance, okay? They're gonna be like, oh, let me call this person. Even if it's just for a question. You know that there's a question, there's interest, you know? Okay, so I think that just like us, right? You guys work in Florida, you guys should also sell the Florida lifestyle, right? Because we have the great fortune of living in South Florida, right? And people come here to retire, to party, to travel, for the beach, for the culture, for the women, like for everything, you know, for the food, que si, whatever, you know, they come here for everything. So we are constantly seeing new restaurants pop up, new events. Now for Christmas, we all have kids. You could post about the places you take your kids to for Christmas. There's the snow carnival. There's the whatever, the Wonderland, no sé qué cosa. There's everything. And you can make a reel about that. And sometimes you don't even have to be in it. And you could do a voiceover.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't like being on camera either.
Eventually you will have to.
I don't like selfies.
Even,
I don't do selfies.
why? You're beautiful.
I don't like
Neither do
selfies.
I, I'm the same.
Why? You guys are beautiful.
I hate selfies.
No, I hate selfies. I won't even do it. I'll do it like because of them.
Fine, use a filter. There's 50 million filters you can use.
I don't have to find your anything, so it's
No, it's not filtering. You need to record.
not like this.
Yeah. No, not like that.
I know, like
No. See, fíjate, look. In the car, driving over here, I did a video, and I'm wearing a turtleneck. If I go like this, I look like I have a double chin with a turtleneck. So in the car, I'm like, oh my God, girl, keep your neck up. Keep your neck up, okay?
Yeah,
And
you have to.
we're all critical of each other, or of ourselves, of ourselves, right? We are the worst for ourselves, you know? But you have to do it. That was an idea to start posting content, right? Record your kids going through the event, and in the end, you could do a voiceover, right?
On a reel, you said. No?
Yeah, on a
I know
reel.
how to do carousel,
Yeah.
but the reel, no sé.
Record a bunch of videos. On the reel, you put them together. Okay, and then there's an option to do a voiceover. And you, okay, today I took my kids to the snow carnival. It's gonna be open from this day to this day. You know, it was X amount of money per person, blah, blah, blah. It was amazing, or it sucked, right? You could give your true review.
Okay.
You know, like it's not worth the money, it's only for 1 hour, like whatever, you know, but give your real review and be honest and be authentic. And that's what people love. Okay, so again, beaches, new restaurants, events, and then always offer value and make it entertaining, right? Because as much as we have to educate our client, right? You sitting like this. So, an appraisal is blah, 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 blah. An inspection is da, 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 is freaking boring. Okay, and I bet you not many people are gonna sit there and watch. Okay, some will, for sure. Okay, because some may genuinely not know what it is, but it's not the most fun thing to watch. You can sprinkle in those things here and there because I feel like they are necessary, but that should not be the majority of your content. Okay, so, and trust me, I'm guilty of it. I've done it.
I've seen people when you scroll through their videos, they're wearing the same outfit in 100 videos, and it's
They
like,
record that.
Yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah.
Or they have
Yeah.
one episode and they split it in
Yeah.
little pieces.
Like today, you'll see a bunch of videos
Okay.
from today, right, in reels that get cut up. Like the whole purpose of me recording today is to have like 10 reels. Let's say the last time we did it, I got 10 reels. Okay, and I just had 10 good reels to post.
Yeah.
That got a good engagement, that people loved. I put it on YouTube, I put it on TikTok because I could put them for everything. I put it on Instagram, I used it for every single thing. And it was perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna be wearing the same outfit, girl. I can't change. Wait 1 second. What? Next slide. Next slide. Excuse me. When I've done content like a bulk recording, okay, it's a day of like, there was one day I did 8 hours. I was mentally exhausted. Okay, mentally exhausted. It was awful. I don't recommend that. I recommend like 2 hours max. But I changed like 4 times.
okay.
So, I mean, there was videos with the same outfit, pero no me critiques, concho.
I was just following this guy, and I'm like, man,
It's gonna change.
is it gonna change his picture?
All right, so here are a bunch of topics that would work for you guys, for us. The great part of you guys is that you guys have the knowledge to talk about, you know, the interest rates, what's going on in the market. I think more so than realtors. Only good realtors know how to talk about the market and that stuff, right? The everyday realtor doesn't really, they just sell houses, right? But you guys have more knowledge to talk about the finance side, but can also talk about the regular things that we talk about, like the cost of living here, right? The pros and cons of living here, the things you need to do before moving here, the things you need to know about living in Miami, Broward, wherever, the reasons why you should move here, the things I wish I knew before moving here, the reasons not to move here, where to live in like here, the safest communities, the top communities. Let's see, where else? What does X amount of money get you in Miami? All those things are important topics. We have a lot of, at least me, I've had a lot of relocation clients. A lot. You know, and when they see like how far their, or lack thereof, their money goes, they're like, holy crap, right? Miami's insane. So there's a lot of things to talk about.
We can add that because we did a social media challenge from last week and we did a December one. So we had all the girls for the month of December making posts every single day and there's a competition with them.
Oh, perfect.
So, but we gave them the subjects on, they were mainly centered around mortgage terms.
Okay.
That's a good one for like, you know, the continuance of
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, well, and remember, drizzle in a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah,
Do
I
your
think
mortgage
that's
terms.
there, I told them, you know, the same thing that you said, people get bored to see
Right.
everything, they don't care what you do all
Right.
the time. And I tell them, most of the clients that I get, if I look at the DMs, they asked me a few other questions before they came to me to do their mortgage.
For
They're
sure.
Like, I like your outfit, your kids are so cute,
Yeah.
this and that, or where's that restaurant? And then they asked me that. They're
Yeah.
not gonna come to me directly like, hey, I see you do mortgages, let me, they
Right,
need to
so
figure
she
out
makes
person.
herself relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. Look, Odie likes to dress up all the time, right? You guys were talking about that when we first got here, right? That you were saying.
Fashionista.
Right, the fashionista. A good one for Odie would be like how I dress every day as a mortgage broker, right? And I saw it as for a realtor the other day on a TikTok, and it's just walking out outfit, walking out next outfit, walking out next outfit, and it's super cute, super. And you don't need anybody to record it for you. You buy yourself a tripod,
Yeah.
put it outside of your house, and just walk out. You don't even have to say anything.
That or do the voiceovers of where I get my outfits, how I
That,
put it together,
yeah.
things like that make people view.
Yep. So, more ideas, right? So there's websites, and this could work for both. There's websites that they charge you a monthly fee, and they're agent create, coffee and contracts, and the social broker. So these websites will give you a whole content calendar for 30 days every month, right? And it's everything plug and play. However, and I say, however, like if you go on there and grab what's on there and put it on your freaking page and don't add your own stuff to it, you're doing what everybody else does, right? So like, where's my phone? Do not do that, because that's not gonna set you apart from anybody. And obviously everybody has access, well, everybody who pays has access to this. So I'm gonna show you. And you can pass it around if you want. This is from there, right? I added my picture. Now nobody has the same thing. Nobody has my face, right? So I added my picture to it and I made it my own. Add your own stuff to it, okay? Because you don't want it to all look the same.
But the material in the back isn't
The
theirs.
material's the same, is everybody's the same.
Okay.
The caption, you can tweak it if, like, I always read through it because sometimes it's not really something that I would say, you know? So,
Caption and everything.
everything.
How, like the material
Kind of
you
like
write
what we do for them.
Yeah.
So we we have the mortgage company chat.
Uh-huh.
So we'll make up a post and then we'll give them a caption with everything on there, and then they take it and they individualize it.
Oh,
add
perfect.
Their picture in front of it.
Perfect.
So you'll see
Yeah.
the same content from all the
Yeah.
girls, but with their own picture.
Perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. And then this links to Canva, where it lets you make it your own. Right? So in Canva, you can add your picture. You can, sometimes I even change the background because I'm like, I don't even like that background. So I put in a new background. So I change it around, you know, depending on what I like. All right. So content day. We are not just salespeople. We need to learn how to market ourselves, and social media platforms connects us all. Okay. Don't know about you guys, but I didn't go to my 10-year reunion. Right? Like, I went to HML, I see everybody on freaking Instagram, see everybody on Facebook. If I go out, I run into people from high school. I know what everybody's doing. It's not like before where people hadn't seen each other in years. And it was like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Where you've been? No, I know that you've been divorced 2 times already. And that you have 5 kids. Like, I know this already. I've seen it. You know, especially that everybody puts their drama online. You know, like, come on, right? So, because of social media, we're so connected that we don't have the need to go to those things anymore, right? I mean, you go if you want to, but use that to your advantage, right? A lot of my clients have been from high school because I went to high school here. Even their parents, I've sold their houses, right? So take advantage of that because you're connected to so many people and their networks, right? It's not just, okay, if you tell me, I Natalie, but I only have 400 followers. Okay, but those 400 followers have thousands more followers. So your network and their network, imagine how much business you could have if you took advantage of it, right? So for a content day, I always say, make sure that you set aside 1 or 2 full days per month for content and bulk your content. It's just easier. Because if you sit there and say, well, I haven't posted in 2 days. Okay, well, I need to post today. You're gonna post something just to post. You're gonna post something just to post and to say like I did it. Not because you're being intentional about what you're posting. Not because it's gonna be anything that offers a lot of value, right? Maybe one time it will be, and maybe 2 times in a row it will be, but then to fill in the gap, you're gonna post whatever, right? So if you have it all planned out, it's easier to just plug and play. Like, I have it planned out, and then I have my VA just do it for me. Again, virtual assistant. And he'll even do a lot of my designing now, but that took time. I used to do it all by myself. And I'm still a control freak when it comes to it, because I want it to look a certain way, but yes, content days and having a virtual assistant, if you can help you, is awesome. All right, so the content calendar, right? When you have this content day and you have everything done, it's all edited, ready to go, you create yourself a content calendar, right? So let's say I used to do it for the week because it was easier for me. Now I do it for the month because now it's just that much easier. But I know what I'm gonna post every day with captions, with hashtags, with everything, so it's copy paste. Copy paste, copy paste. Because if you're sitting there thinking of what you're gonna post, then scrolling through Instagram to get ideas, and then posting, and then trying to post on TikTok, and then trying to post on YouTube Shorts, imagine how much time you just wasted in all of that. It's good, huh?
So where do you put that, like your content, like the hashtags, the caption, all that stuff, where do you save all that stuff?
I have it on an Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
have it
and
ready
then
to
I have
go.
an Excel spreadsheet with the caption and the hashtags,
Okay.
and then I have a folder with all the videos,
Gotcha.
and I have them dated. And it's just easier that way. That way, when my VA goes in there, he knows on the weekend I do it, right? But during the week, he's the one that does it. And that way he just posts and he knows what to post on what days. And it's easier that way. Okay. Turtleneck today was not a good idea, I'm hot.
Y eso me acuerdo dos cortinas, because it was.
No, but mine is like the talking and the moving around. And all right, so how often should I post? Daily. Daily. Every day. And some people will tell you 3 times a day. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you that because if you don't do it daily now, you're not gonna do 3 times a day at all, right? So to start, I don't do 3 times a day either. Like I do daily. And look, I hadn't posted in like a week because I was sick, okay? And I hadn't prepared anything for my VA to post either. So everybody falls off the wagon. Nobody's perfect, but daily is in my opinion, the key for growth.
Right.
Okay, and remember, frequency equals familiarity and attention equals currency. We want people to become familiar with us because people do business with people that they like, know, and trust. Right? People think they know you because they see you all the time on social media. Why do you think people ask me like, oh my God, how's your son? They think they know me, they think they know my son.
Yeah.
Like, you are just talking to me for the first time ever and you've never met my son, right? But they have that feeling of knowing me because they see me on social media. I talk about my life on not my personal life, but my life on social media. So that builds that trust, that builds that credibility, that builds that wanting to work with you. Like I remember I had a client that was like, ended up being my client, but originally was like, if I ever buy a house, I'm gonna buy a house with you just because I feel like I know you. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal. Okay, so the more people can see you, the more money you make. And we all wanna make more money, right? Like, we all
do.
Exactly. So I'm gonna follow all of you and I'm gonna ask, why aren't you posting today? You wanna make more money? You wanna make more money? You clearly don't wanna make more money today. Today, no. Today you wanna be broke. So always remember that my imperfect post is better than your non-existent post. Okay? Everybody's like, oh, but today my hair's not done, my makeup, guess see, I'm whatever, I don't know.
That's me right now.
That's me all the time too. But I've gotten the most amazing feedback the times that I've posted when my makeup's not done, when my hair's not done, and I've had people tell me, I feel like you're the most authentic. Because everybody else is being fake. In the beginning, I was like, no, makeup to the nines, right? Like hair has to be perfect. And now I just don't care. It's not that I just don't care, it's just, I'm a mom, I'm tired, okay? And I wanna make sure that I'm getting, getting in front of people constantly. So I'll post going to the gym, and I don't wear makeup to the gym. I don't even match going to the gym. Okay, like Odie wears the cutest sets to go to the gym, and I'm like, well, here I go.
Old t-shirt.
I'm like this, with the bags under my eyes down to here, okay? And I look down and my shoes don't match. My socks are white and my shoes are black, okay? And I have a problem with that, okay? Like, but I go, I get in, I get out, I don't talk to anybody, right? It's different. All right, so again, be authentic. What time of the day should I post? Okay, so we're not 9-to-5ers, right? We are different. We could be on our phone all day. So we need to cater to the 9-to-5ers, because the 9-to-5ers are checking their phone while they're driving on their way to work, which is why half the time there's accidents in Miami. Okay, so what time is that? From 8 to 10 in the morning, okay? During lunch, so from 12 to 2, and around 7 to 10, more or less, because 5 to 6, they're picking up kids, doing this, dealing with kids, dealing with homework, if the kids, whatever. So, but make sure you're not posting on the hour or on the half hour, because the algorithm picks it up. There's a lot of, ¿cómo se dice? There's a lot of those automatic schedulers, and most people will put the automatic schedulers at 9, at 9:30, at 9:15, at 10. So you don't want to be posting on the hour or half hour. You want to post at 9:32, at 9:05, 9:06. Okay, so that the algorithm pushes your content more. Okay, and I didn't know this either until recently. So you learn something new every day. All right, engagement. So it's not only about the content that we're putting out, right? Because yes, we could put out a ton of content, but if you're not engaging with your audience, what is that all the content for? So you put a picture today, right? A picture, a video, whatever, and people start commenting. Make sure you are responding to each and every comment, okay? Reply to comments on your post, comment things that can keep conversation going, because it results in more comments, even if it's not positive. So like, I don't know if you've ever heard that even bad attention is good attention. Yeah. Okay, so my partner, my sponsor from EXP says that there's people who obviously, like, he's very confident, he talks in a certain manner, he's very well spoken, he's a great storyteller, and he has much success. And there's haters, trolls like crazy on the internet. He loves it. Right, Nate? Wow. He loves it. That's his favorite, because that makes the comments go crazy. That's true. That makes the comments go crazy. So I haven't had any trolls on Instagram, thank God. Right? Well, yes and no. Now I kind of want them. I haven't had any trolls on Facebook, but on YouTube, they have come for me like, woo! With the videos, the reels from the last social media class, when I said something about, because we all care about our hair and our makeup, and there's like, just another Miami girl that all she cares about is superficial stuff.
Right, and then our accent, which is
right.
super noticeable.
Right.
Not Miami.
Right. I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, how dare you?
Wasn't that real of 10 years from now, whatever, with Brandon?
Uh-huh.
Like a mom then versus mom now. I got so many negative comments. Guess I did my nose.
Oh my
God.
God.
Younger now that I looked way older, but it was nasty, and I was just keep them there. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah. No, what are you gonna do? Like honestly, that is more about them than it is about you.
Yes.
Right? Those are all the insecurities. Right. So I don't care. Bring it. Bring all the negativity. Blow up my comment section, please. I'm begging for it. All right. So common things that can keep the conversation going. When scrolling aimlessly, comment and look at other people's posts. Scroll with intention, right? Like I said in the beginning, we all sit there and we scroll through Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I used to do a poor job, such a bad job of engagement, right? Like commenting on other people's stuff. And it sounds like self-absorbed and it sounds super selfish and it sounds awful, but I'm honest, you know? And I just didn't scroll with intention. I was just like ADHD, like, or ADD, whatever, like that.
You liked it, and you
Right,
and I
right,
get home.
right.
It's like, thank Daddy. I'm like,
Right.
why don't you like it?
So-
I like everything. I like everybody's stuff.
That's good. That's just,
I scroll.
me too.
And I like it, but I don't click.
My husband likes it. They're
Yeah.
It's just I because and I need to start.
Yeah.
People
So-
pay attention that they're
absolutely.
speaking, essentially.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody looks for validation.
Yeah.
Everybody wants attention. Everybody posts a picture of themselves because they want people to like it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's
I am
real.
sorry. It is the truth. Okay. Listen. Anyway, so make sure that you are liking and commenting, right? If somebody posts a picture of their son or their daughter, oh my God, she's beautiful, he's beautiful, like, oh my God, so big, oh my God, they've grown so much, you know, whatever you're really thinking, as long as it's good, right? All right, so then where were we? Like and send comments in your friends' stories also, okay? Any stories you click on starts a one-on-one private conversation, and the deals are in the DM. Okay, you want everyone into your DM to start asking questions, right?
How about the men?
Those are different kinds of deals. Those are different kinds of deals. We'll talk about those later when I'm not on camera. So, wishing happy birthdays, congratulating for life events, because life events equal possible move, right? So all your friends that are having babies, all your friends that are getting married, anybody that's getting divorced, hey, there's divorce parties, okay?
Yeah.
Divorce equals needing to sell your house and buy a new one. You know, anyone getting married, of course, it's a milestone. Any milestone life events are important to make sure that you're the first one there. And not by saying like, hey, so do you need my service? No, it's like, hey, happy birthday, how are you? Hey, congratulations, hey, because that is keeping you top of mind. Es una directa indirecta,
Yeah.
you know? So, okay, Instagram algorithm, if the posts get up, posts get put out to see how many people like it, and do people watch the video all the way through. Okay, so the longer the people stay on your page, the longer they watch your videos, the algorithm will push your stuff out. Okay, the more views you get, the more people engage, the more it gets put out to people that even don't know you, right? Because it gets put on that discoverable. Oh, wait, hold on, pause, rewind. Everybody has their page on public, right?
Christine,
I do
it's
not.
time.
Oh my God,
Nobody wants to take Nathan.
I've had bad experiences. I had my husband actually had people create 2 pages, fake pages of him, and put
Mine-
us and my kid
mine too.
in
Mine
fake
too.
pages,
Me too.
and that drove me like I got super.
I know that was really weird.
Yeah,
that
I remember
creeped me
that.
out. It happened twice, and it creeped me out. I was like, I don't want my kid. Like, I don't know what they're doing with these pictures. I know.
They're not gonna take your kid.
I know.
They're not gonna take your kid.
Everybody gets on me for that. I even wanted to do 2 pages, and you
No.
We have
But I promise you, you get more business from strangers
Yeah.
than you do from your friends.
Yep.
I'll tell
Yes,
you.
I agree with that 1,000,000%.
Yes.
1,000,000%. And
I feel
it's time.
attacked.
Sorry. It's time, girl. It's time.
Hide your kids.
It's time. Don't post your son. No, I'm just kidding. Post them just on stories.
Say you gave them away.
If you feel uncomfortable, don't post him on the feed. Post him on the stories. All right, speaking of stories. So stories will be things that go on in real time. Casual content goes on here. It only stays up for 24 hours. These can be the stories of your day-to-day life. So like, obviously you guys here in the office, you guys doing this right now, like, hey, we're in the office, our, brokers did this for us, blah, 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 whatever. We're learning more about how to market ourselves. Done. Okay, like there's a story for you. Any classes that you guys do, post yourself walking into the office, talking about what you're gonna do that day in the class. It's simple. Like, oh, I just finished a headache client, we just closed a loan in X amount of days, it was amazing, whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Before we walk out of here,
You're
I'm gonna make
professional.
all of you record yourselves talking and put it on a story.
No, no empieces.
No,
Yeah, yes.
I
No,
do
no,
get
no.
them.
I'm gonna go back to that. I need to get my makeup done.
No, there's filters. There's
Find me a good one.
1 million filters. All right, so post stories that make your followers also want to engage. So like there's a lot of this or that. Like for us, right, as realtors, it's a little bit easier in that sense because we see houses. So we're at the house and it's like we show a property that has a white kitchen and now we show a property that has a wood kitchen and we could be like, well, you know, I'm showing this house, showing that house. Which one is more your style? This or that, right? So for you guys in the mortgage industry would be a little bit different, you know? I don't know how you guys would do it. Nothing comes to mind right now, but I'm sure I'll think of something. Go to a restaurant. A croqueta or an empanada? This or that. Okay? Options of guessing. You guys could do that too, because with whatever you're closing on, find the picture of the house, the address, you could do it too. Where would you want to live? Right? In the city of Miami or in the burbs, right? Wherever, West Kendall. Tag locations and mention people for reshare opportunities to maximize exposure. Okay, so right now, I'm sure a bunch of you have recorded me talking. Make sure you tag me, right? Because I'm gonna reshare that. So now people see your page that you tagged me and they're gonna go into your page because everybody's chismoso to see who you are, right? And now you get that exposure, right? The same thing goes vice versa.
Did you notice now the IG change where now you don't see like, it's just a little, when you reshare somebody's story, or you reshare, or yeah.
On the top.
On the top, it used to come out where it's like a box within the box. Now it's only the little thing on the top.
Yeah, so you can barely tell.
You can barely
Yeah, it
tell.
just says the name of the person.
But if you click on it, I think you could see it because it still
Yeah.
shrinks it smaller.
I guess people have to adjust to the new way that
Yeah.
stories are shared.
Okay, hold on. Anna wants to say something. Anna,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay, Natalie.
Yes.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about people posting about, for example, politics? Like, in the beginning when I started, oh, by the way, it's Anna, I'm sorry.
Hi, Anna.
When I started, I thought it was like normal, you know, I would post stuff about politics or whatever. Not too much, I wouldn't say like every day, but once in a while. And
That's the easiest way to catch beef.
that would
Yeah.
told me,
I see.
listen, stay away from that. You're not here to like sell politics, you're here to sell homes. So what's your input on that? Because I see sometimes a lot of brokers or agents or loan officers will post like politics and stuff like that.
I think
And then
that people,
so
yeah.
how do you feel about that?
I think that people are very passionate about the things that they want to be passionate for, and that's great and dandy, but we're professionals and we need to be very neutral despite what our feelings are. Because people are very, very into politics and religion, and there's so many crazy things going on right now and people taking sides that we need to stay away from those things.
Look, and I can share a personal experience that I had because during COVID, I personally got a little passionate with the whole politics thing and I went down deep rabbit holes and whatnot. And it caused friction with one of the girls from that group that we were friends with.
Yeah.
That she was one of my best friends in her high school years. And it caused friction and she was on one side and I was on the other side. And then, you know, it got to a point where it was like, we knew, so we didn't talk, but then I reconnected with her, you know, 3 years later. We didn't even talk about that subject, but it could have caused
Awkward,
like,
I agree.
where that, back then it didn't matter, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
You know, so I stopped
I think that needs to be completely off your page. Completely off, no mention of it. Even if clients talk about
It
it.
even happened to me with a client, because I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
got really passionate about it. And I had a client like beef with me about it and stop following me and I'm following me and I'm like, you know,
No.
but
I had a client,
yeah.
I had a client that talked to me about it and I was like, oh, you know what? I don't really follow politics. I was like, so, I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know anything. Even if I'm a raging whatever side I'm on, okay? But I'd rather put food on my table.
Yeah.
I'd rather put food on my table than care about, because, like, sorry, it's the same way I feel about sports, right? Like, the politicians are not turning around and saying, like, here's a ton of money for you to be able to provide for your children, you know? But what you do does do that for you, you know? It's like, and I compare it to sports because there's like the die-hard sports fanatics, right? And I remember being at a place and a girl, which I feel like it's even weirder because guys should be more like die-hard, right? And this one girl, it was like the championships of the Heat, and like she was so distraught every time they were down a few points, like, don't talk to me, like I can't talk to anybody right now. And I was like, I was so confused.
Yeah, like how do you care that?
Right? And I honestly, like, genuinely, coming from a good place, I'm like, let me ask you a question. Are they paying you if they win? Because last time I checked, my paycheck doesn't change whether they win or lose. And I bet you that they go get party and get trashed after the game, whether they win or lose. Because they're still making millions of dollars.
She made a bet, and that means she made a bet, and then maybe.
I don't, but like, to be that distraught, and don't make bets.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's the same way I feel about politics.
Right.
You know, like, no, no,
It's not that serious.
no, it's not that serious. It needs to stay off. It needs to stay off.
I don't do it anymore. I don't do it anymore because I was thinking the same thing in the beginning. After a while, I was like, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I agree.
And then I stopped. Like I rarely do it now.
I agree.
Like I'll post when I go vote. For example, when I vote, I would
Yeah, and that's fine. You can post that you voted.
stuff like that.
You can post that you voted.
I know.
So that's out of the picture.
Yeah, that has to be out. Sorry. That and religion. All right. So then, moving along, I also encourage you to use music, use the little stickers that they have on the stories. It just adds for more engagement, okay? And it makes it less boring. All right. So with Reels are up to 90-second videos with audio, effects, and assortment of tools, okay? It's IG's version of TikTok. So TikTok came out, Instagram didn't have it. They created it because it was their competitor. And now you could post up to 90 seconds. And I honestly prefer it over TikTok, just me. Reels go everywhere. You have 5 places to be seen. They pop up on newsfeed as a reel. They stay on your profile. You can share them as a story. They can show up on the Explore page if your page is public. You can share them to your Facebook profile, and it could pop up on your Facebook newsfeed. So there's a lot of places that you could be seen just by doing one reel. Okay? Reels. You're gonna figure it out. All right, so in July, I closed 3 transactions just from Instagram, right? Just from posting. 2, and I got 2 listings. Well, this presentation's a little bit old. I did it in August. So I got 2 listings that were currently in the market in July from Instagram, right? So that's 5 total transactions from Instagram. Here's number 1, right? I met his roommate at my son's toddler gym. We followed each other on Instagram, and then she referred her roommate, and voila. Okay, he started following me on Instagram and decided he wanted to work with me. Number 2, we were acquaintances in high school, followed me on social media. I have closed 5 deals from her. Okay, and all because of Top of Mind, because we hadn't seen each other since high school. Okay, she started following me from high school, and I closed her mom, I closed her best friend, I closed her boyfriend, I closed 2 deals from her. So all because of social media. And number 3 is an insurance agent that follows me. She invited me on her podcast, and then she referred her best friend and her best friend's sister. All from social media. And that's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yay.
So any questions?
saw a lot of value in this when you did it the first time, and I know that you've only gotten better, so thank you so much for doing
Of course,
Yeah,
anytime.
One thing is us telling you, me and Yadi, but then hearing it from somebody else who is really good at it also, you know, I think it'll just give you that courage that I think we all need, even myself. 100%.
Honestly, it helps. If it didn't help, I wouldn't be doing it as much as I do it. Funny enough, I talk about Aaron a lot, and when I first started coaching with Aaron, he was not on social media at all. He just posted, just listed, just sold, just listed, just sold. And I remember when I started coaching with him in 2020, he was like, I would tell him like, bro, you have so much to offer, like so much knowledge, so much, why don't you get on social media? And he'll say it in a lot of the talks that he does. He was like, social media was just for, or I felt it was just for my wife to post pictures of family and the kids and whatever, you know? And I was like, well, I post on social media. He's like, I know, you're always on social media. You're always on social media. And I'm like, because I've seen the ROI, right? And now he's killing it on social media. Like in the last 2 years, he completely like learned the ins and out of it, like has invested a lot of money into it, and is destroying the social media game. So like I promise you, and this is a person who was a non-believer, did not believe whatsoever in it, in the value of it, and who had a lot to offer, who had a lot of knowledge.
And if you grow big enough on social media, it's not even only in the real estate industry, it's
Yep.
social media will pay you.
Yeah.
If you get
Yeah.
a certain, I literally, for a while, I was like making these reels, and I literally started getting paid like $80
Yeah.
a month. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous. Had I kept it going, maybe I would have gone somewhere.
Right.
But Instagram, anything, TikTok will pay you.
Yeah. I think Instagram took off that feature after a little while. Yeah, because I remember I got paid on a few, and then I was getting excited because even though it was a little bit of money, but I'm like, okay. And then they took it off. Yeah. But TikTok does.
Yeah, and YouTube does.
Yeah, and YouTube does. So yeah, so it's another stream of income too if you get really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, alrighty ladies.
Thank you.
Of course.